Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you about Pokémonte as well as its personal, two items from Deuce Gala. So hi again guys, welcome back to the channel, and as always, thanks for tuning in, thanks for showing up, and thanks for spending some time with me today. So on today's episode, I won't be chatting about mentalism stuff, alright? So this is going to be out of my comfort zone completely, alright? Today's episode is going to be for two magic products, alright? The first one is something called Pokémonte, and the second one is something that's called It's Personal. So these are two items that are released by Deuce Gala, alright? So if you haven't heard of Deuce Gala, they're a new magic company, and one of its co-founders is actually Michael O'Brien. Alright, so I'm sure if you've been watching magic on YouTube, you've been following magic reviews on YouTube, Michael O'Brien will not be new to you guys. Alright, he's really active on social media, on Facebook as well. So I'm sure, many of you magicians out there will know of Michael O'Brien. So yeah, he started this new magic shop, alright, called Deuce Gala, and he really kindly sent me a Deuce Gala kind of care package that contains four of the releases that are currently on Deuce Gala's website. I won't be doing like all four at one go, right? Otherwise, the episode will kind of get too long. For today's episode, I will first talk to you guys just about two of the routines out of the four. So the first routine we'll be talking about is a routine called Pokémonte. Alright, so Pokémonte. So what is Pokémonte? Well, it is basically the Color Monte routine. If you're familiar with Color Monte, right, the routine with three cards, alright, there's a red diamond, a blue diamond, and then there's also the, you owe me $14 card, right? So that's a classic routine. I'm sure many of you guys out there have done it before, or you've at least seen it. This is actually a kind of routine based on Color Monte. However, it is using Pokemon cards. So these cards, they look legit. Okay, now when I say legit, it's, I don't know, because just a little confession, admission, I suppose. I know absolutely nothing about Pokemon. And so, these cards, when I look at them, they really don't mean anything to me, okay? Yeah, I mean, I know that they are like some little characters, and there's that ball, I suppose, that, you throw at the what do you even call them? Creatures, monsters, characters, Well, yeah, I don't think this is something that I would be doing, alright, because I don't relate to the theme, okay? But, well, I'll just tell you what they are, alright? So you get a couple of these cards. Four of them are actually character cards. Okay, character cards. I'm gonna try to pronounce their names, okay, because I really have no idea. This is, I suppose you call this Charmander, I suppose. One of them is Squirtle, okay? Squirtle, and this is Bulbasaur, and this one I know, all right, Pikachu. This one I know. So you get four of these character cards to perform the basic routine, all right, because there are like two parts to this routine, and then there are three other cards, energy cards. Again, if you are familiar with Pokemon, I suppose you will know what these are, but again, I have no idea what these cards are for, alright? So you have like a fire energy card, a leaf energy card, and then there's water, I suppose. These three are used for a separate part of the routine, alright? There's a kind of a prediction element to the routine. So how does the routine play out, right? So using the Pokemon characters, you will perform a kind of Color Monte style routine. Now, there's a difference between the original routine, Color Monte routine, and this routine as well, because the original Color Monte, how it starts off is, you show like two cards of one color, right? And then, the spectators are asked to kind of keep track of the other odd color. Whereas in this routine, it is made known to the spectators that there are three separate cards in play from the beginning. So with the three different cards in play, using using Color Monte style moves and sequences, alright, you will then show that all the cards suddenly become Charmanders, or then they all become Bulbasaurs, and then they all becomes the Squirtle at the end, okay? And then at the end, there's a kicker as well, where the Pikachu card makes an appearance as well. All right, so that's a finale that people don't see coming, right? It's a little kicker. After that, I told you guys that there's a second part to the routine where there's a prediction element, yeah, using the 3 energy cards. That one, I suppose you don't have to do it, but it's a nice way of like bringing the routine to a close, because right at the start of the routine, what happens is you ask them to think of a particular energy, all right, fire, the leaf thingy, or the water. They just think of one, and then at the end of the routine, you produce the correct card, okay, using different ways. Yeah, okay. Hopefully that's clear enough. On top of the cards themselves, all right, you also get access to a couple of videos, okay, the basic tutorial video. So on the tutorial video, you will have Michael O'Brien, explaining to you the routine. He'll take you through a studio performance of the basic routine, and then you will also see the prediction phase of the routine and how it plays out as well. He will then take you through exactly how to perform the routine, how to set up the cards, how to prepare everything, how to prepare the second part of the routine as well. Everything is taught really, really clearly. There's also a POV kind of a angle shot, all right, so you can see exactly how to perform the moves from the performer's perspective. So Michael doesn't just stop there, right? In the tutorial, all right, there are also other videos as well. There is a commentary kind of a video. He shows you the whole performance clip again, but he stops at certain points to give you some commentary, all right, about what he's thinking at the point in time, or why certain things are done a certain way, which I thought was really, really useful. So I don't relate to Pokemon, okay? I have no idea what Pokemon are, and so I don't see myself performing this particular routine, right? Because I totally don't relate to it. But I do feel that it will play quite well, with a family type of crowd, right? Especially with kids. I suppose if you are performing in that kind of a market, this is a routine that you will definitely get some mileage out of, because it's like a card trick, but not a card trick, right? And if people kind of relate to Pokemon, I think they're just gonna love it. Alright, so next up we're going to talk about a routine called It's Personal. Okay, so this is Michael O'Brien's purse frame routine that uses purse frame and sponge balls. So in this set, you're going to get 3 of these sponge balls along with the purse frame. Okay, now the sponge balls are pretty standard. I think in the days when I was still doing like a sponge ball routine, I think these are pretty standard. I want to talk about a purse frame. Okay, this purse frame is really, really nice, really, really huge as well, and it just looks really solid. It's a great size because it enables you to very easily not just perform sponge ball routines, right? You could do any of these sorts of moves really easily, okay? So it's well suited to performing routines with like cards, coins as well. So I love purse frame routines. In fact, back in the day when I was still performing close-up magic, as a mingling close-up magician, table hopping, all right, I used to do a coin routine using this purse frame. So I dug this out. It's really, really badly tarnished now, but I don't know, man, looking at this just brings back really great memories, right? This was the purse frame that I was using at that point in time. Really tiny, as you can tell, okay? Only fits like 2 fingers as compared to the one that's provided with the It's Personal set. Okay, you can see that this one is really huge, really nice, really solid looking, will show up well on stage as well. But the one I was using is just really, really tiny. So if you are a professional magician, and if you have never produced something from a purse frame for a lay person, I strongly urge you to try it out, all right? Because it was something that really took me by surprise as well. Right at the start, when I began performing a coin routine with a purse frame, I was performing a routine that was, I put together a routine using the purse frame, and it was heavily inspired by the work of Gary Kurtz. Back then, when I first started doing it, I used it as like a throwaway item. I didn't even think that it would cause much of an effect, right? But when I tried it out, and when I got the reactions from those spectators, I didn't stop using the purse frame. There's just something just so strange, so magical and whimsical about producing stuff from a purse frame. So yeah, right, the purse frame plays really strongly, that I know for a fact, and sponge balls play really strongly as well, all right? If you are a professional magician, you will know this to be true. There are some magicians who feel that, you know, they want to be all, I don't know, sophisticated and all, and they don't want to perform with like little red balls, right? But well, I mean, if you are a professional magician, it's a really, really solid routine, right? There's just so much interaction. Magic happens in a spectator's hands. It plays well for adults, plays well for children as well. It plays anywhere, and it takes up so little space, you know, in terms of pocket management. So It's Personal is Mike O'Brien's sponge-ball routine. Now, right off the bat, I can tell you that if you are a professional magician, all right, if you're a worker magician, this routine is great. Okay, it's great because there is a kind of a structure to it. Because most routines, you know, using a purse frame, what happens, and Michael does, you know, address this in his video as well. Most magicians will take out a purse frame, they'll produce something from the purse frame, a coin or a sponge ball, and then they will just place the purse frame away in their pocket and it's never seen again, right? They just, you know, perform with whatever object they've produced from the purse frame. However, in this particular routine, the purse frame is kind of like made a feature item in the whole routine. So while you're going through the whole sponge ball routine, it also uses the purse frame because there are many phases that go back to the purse frame. So you're producing sponge balls from the purse frame, they go back in, they come back out again. There's an endless stream of sponge balls that, you know, come out from the purse frame. And you still have all those elements that make for a great sponge ball routine, right? The, you know, the one where, you know, it goes on the spectator's hands and things like that. But at the end of the routine, you end up with one sponge ball that also goes in visually. You snap the purse frame shut and the routine ends there. So it's come full circle, which is a kind of a structure that I really enjoy a lot. You know, and it is also, in fact, the structure that I use for my coin routine that uses a purse frame. So again, what do you get when you purchase It's Personal? Well, you get the purse frame. That's number one. All right, really nice large purse frame. You also get the 3 sponge balls. You also gain access to a couple of tutorial videos. Again, on the tutorial videos, you will get Michael O'Brien performing the full It's Personal routine, okay, for 2 spectators. It's a studio performance, and then Michael O'Brien will bring you through exactly how to perform the routine. So even if you are new to sponge ball magic and you don't know the moves, Michael will teach you everything you need to know, all the various kind of passes and you know, moves, right, to perform the routine. So on top of that, okay, there are commentary videos as well. Okay, so again, he will show you the whole performance clip, stop at certain points and give you like commentary about why things work, why things are done a certain way. And I think that's a really great and useful kind of a learning tool, because, you know, the routine looks so simple, you know, but it's amazing how much thought has gone into the structuring and execution of the routine. Michael will also provide you another video that's like over 40 minutes of other ideas that you can use the purse frame for. Okay, so he will teach you other routines with another purse frame. Okay, so you use 2 purse frames in the routine. It's a coin routine of sorts. There's a card routine that he teaches you. He teaches you a way to use a Sharpie, you know, with the purse frame. So a whole bunch of other routines, like you know, there's a silk vanish, a silk routine as well. So it's really packed with value, I think. So if you're new to this kind of magic, this is a great starting point to learn more about purse frame routines. And again, long story short, It's Personal is a really great worker routine. Okay, so if you've not got a sponge ball routine in your working repertoire, I strongly urge you to have a look at this, okay, because it's easy to perform, highly interactive, there are lots of magical moments, and well, yeah, it just packs like so small, just 3 sponge balls, 1 purse frame, and you're ready to go. Alright, so that's all I have to say about these 2 items. That's Pokémonte and It's Personal. Okay, on a future episode, I will be covering 2 more items from Deuce, Gala. If you would like to pick up a copy of Pokémonte as well as It's Personal for yourselves, I will leave the links in the description box down below. I want to thank Michael O'Brien for really kindly sending me this package, you know, of all this stuff so that I can chat about it with you guys on this show. As always, guys, thanks for watching today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I will see you on a future episode of Untitled Chats.